Right. I can't wait. I want to do it already. And then I'll take a shower, and then hopefully I'll get some work done. I don't really have anything else I want to do right now. ATM. Let's do this. This is the party update I've been waiting for the most.
I hope we're both free from work today, so we can stay here and rest a whole day.
Yeah, she's incredibly irresponsible. I was gonna say maybe she was only like that in the story because of the whole lifespan bullshit or something. But no, she really does just like bitching. Let's see how much more bitching she can get. Apparently I did part 1 of Dudu's interrogation. I don't know if I recorded it, but I found her boring and I never bothered finishing it. Maybe I'll finish it one of these days. Along with the rest of the interrogations. Wait, Crash has an interrogation? What? Since when? I didn't notice. So, canonically, when does this happen? Oh, hey! An image of the garden mooks we were beating up in the event. They got a face, just for this interrogation. Cool. Don't worry, I wasn't exposed. Hiding one's identity is fundamental for an assassin. I'm afraid the mentor still needs to hide out here with us a bit longer. Kind of ironic, they discovered the ability to get to make their walled garden, but yet here they are. Funny how life works. The mentor? Shh, don't disturb her. Just keep your guard up. By the way, while I was out today, I found an abandoned apartment, so there are large floor-to-ceiling windows that bring in plenty of sunlight. It's also got a courtyard big enough for all of us. An apartment that can accommodate more than a dozen people is rare in Syndicate. Why was it abandoned? It's probably because it was too big. My guess is a mania outbreak occurred out there, but it doesn't affect sinners like us anyway. Yeah, exactly. Mentor, should we move there? I've told you, there's no more garden and mentor anymore. Just call me Miss Coquelic. What? She's decided to disband? Miss Coquelic, I found a great place that could serve as a new home for the garden. I said there's no garden anymore. Your health. I'm fine. Go on with your tasks. This was already in the event, so I'm not gonna bother. I have to find them as soon as possible. No, and it's white too. Again, how the heck has she managed to keep her clothes in such pristine condition? Mentor, I've found them! No, it's Thistle. Thistle, is this everyone? Where are the rest? Where is Garofano? Mentor, you're injured. It looks really bad. I'm fine. When have you ever seen me not okay? On the contrary, I'm pretty sure everyone only ever sees you as okay. We should get going. Those armored bastards have sharp noses. The blonde chick brought us some time. Don't let them find us. Who's the blonde chick? Is she referring to Christina? Should she be calling her ginger-haired? Just because the hair's not black doesn't mean it's... That's hair colorist. Hair racism. Christina said most of them were sent to Syndicate. We'll go find them as long as everyone comes back to the the garden will... I just realized this interrogation didn't start in this thingy. Does that mean this entire interrogation's gonna have zero chief? That's lame. Listen, the garden was completely destroyed in the confrontation with the FAC. Faculty against crises. That's what that means, I believe. If I remember correctly, when I was checking through all the lists. I read through them all, by the way. From now on, there is no garden. No one can disturb us anymore. Mentor, are you okay? Your old injuries act up again? That damn woman from Paradisos. I'll settle the score with her sooner or later. Don't bother, she's already dead. Even the Mentor is not her match. What are we going to do? We finally found some comrades and syndicates. Are we going to be targeted again? But she hurt so many people in the garden. Shouldn't we do something about it? Who said we're not going to do anything? There's no such thing as tolerance in the garden's mottos. If someone hurts us, I'll pay them back. I won't let those flowers suffer in vain. How many days has the Mentor been sitting by the window? Shh, she might be thinking about something. Don't disturb her. Come help me in the kitchen. It's time for dinner. I've checked it out. The apartment was indeed abandoned by because of corruptors. It was once occupied by a gang for a while, but they were defeated in a fierce battle and left. Maybe we can move there and set up a new base. In the new base, we'll double our training. One day, we'll avenge those who are gone. Alright, the interrogation isn't as well written, it seems. I want to plant lots of flowers in the courtyard and make a garden. Not a garden without a garden. These destroyed flowers will surely grow back. Yeah, Mentor will definitely like it. Mentor. Oh. Whatever. You guys can decide. Okay. It seems like the outside world has really forgotten about us. It hasn't been that long. Yeah, the staged death was probably taken seriously. There have been a lot of big events and syndicates recently. And in a turbulent time like this, assassins are most needed. No, they're not! They never are, and never will be! The garden may have stopped taking orders, but there's still Yagyu and the carnivores. They definitely won't miss this opportunity. Oh yeah, those two. Along with the other gangs like Thao Voodoos and stuff. They're literally just background characters. Now the streets are full of sinners, and one less sinner organization makes no difference. What? Who? Finally. What? Everyone inside the house. You are surrounded. Please do not resist and cooperate. It's the MBCC. Mentor, we'll cover you. You retreat first. I repeat, sinners of the garden, you are surrounded. How? Okay, actually... Okay, it makes sense that Coquelic was waiting for the MBCC, but how the fuck did they know all this? I mean, yeah, we signed the thingy, but... at the end of the story, but... Surrender now, we mean no harm. Ignore the fact that we have choppers and guns and a lot of armored people surrounding this apartment. Mentor? I told you. Remember to hide your identity. Call me Miss Coquelic. They're such an important guest, I should personally receive them. Go now, useless girls. You're not needed here. Live the lives you want. Careful, it's high concentration pollution. Raise the hypercube shield for protection. Mentor, your wounds haven't healed. You can't use this power again. It doesn't matter anymore. None of it matters. Get lost, even if you have to step on my body. I'm sure some of them would like that. There's no garden anymore. What use does the mentor have? Maintain your defense. Seal the perimeter. They have a secret passage at the back. A dozen sinners have escaped. Then focus on the front door. Trap the S-class sinner. It's the chief's order. Coquelic, the garden's mentor must be brought back. Okay, so the chief is here. Finally. MBCC. We should have met long ago. We already did in Sumira's interrogation, which has canonically already happened by the time this interrogation happens. Concentrate fire. You guys aren't trying to kill her. Come on, shoot me. Let me die with my secrets. No. Let's see just how powerful the famous MBCC is. Just how much of a threat can it pose to my garden? You know, it always surprises me how these guys capture any of the sinners that end up in our bureau. Don't back down. Keep firing. Block her escape route. My dear adjutant, don't worry. I won't run. I've been waiting for you. Don't you want to take me back to catch up with Gekabijin and Sumira? By the way, your chief must be eager to see me, right? Honestly, no. She planning to take all the attacks alone? Our ammunition won't last much longer. Requesting support from the Bureau. No, there's no need. Bruh. She's just down. She's drained her power. What about the other members of the garden? They all ran away. Should we chase them? It would be pointless. It's fine. Let them go. Perhaps that was their goal. I'll put the shackles on her. Let's take her back. Hey, it's this song again. Wake up. Stop pretending you're asleep, mentor of the garden. Tell me what exactly happened in Eastside. You and the garden. Why did you get involved? Well, she seems relaxed. Chief, should I say, it's nice to meet you, or? It's been a while. Is this all we'll see? Because usually the interrogation is only on... God damn it. Skip. There you go. Hey, this is from Adelis. Ish, it's the other way around, bitch. Why are you staring at me and laughing? It's a long-awaited reunion. Shouldn't you be happy to see an old friend? I'm honored that you think of me as a friend. Or is it because... Seriously, the amount of... This chair gets freaking ignored so many times. The only time the interrogation chair was actually properly sat on properly was by Cinnabar. Our best detainee. Although that's not exactly a hard bar to cross considering everyone else other than Cinnabar here. Don't tell me you've forgotten about me after a good night's sleep, Chief. I never even knew you never even showed your face to me until now. After Sinner Samira's first escape, I brought her back from the mentor. But the mentor was behind the screen at that time. How can you prove that the mentor was you? Don't be such a killjoy. A close relationship benefits both of us. Hey, come on. Again, you're supposed to be in the chair properly. Why do we not even bother? What you doing? Please stay on the chair. The shackles can suppress mania. You don't have to fight it. You're so serious. I was just teasing you. I just wanted to test if the legendary leash is as sturdy as they say. Don't be so petty. Sinners don't like that. Trust me, I would know. Alright. If you want to play with the shackles, you can. But you'll have to play a game with me, too. Tell me everything you know about the incidents that occurred in Eastside while I was unconscious. We'll exchange information. It's not really much of a game. Here, I thought you would ask for something else. Fine, I'll tell you. A carnation under my command was deceived and took on a dangerous commission. The carnation being Garofano. Please don't use code words. I don't have time for this kind of shit. I couldn't stand seeing my little flower being tormented, so I helped her out. Don't play dumb. That won't work here. We're not very liberal with our use of shackles as well, but I suppose she wouldn't know that yet. Who commissioned you? The client. It doesn't matter anymore. You can't find her. She broke the rules and dragged the little flowers of the garden into a mess. She's already turned into compost. Oh, you killed her. The lady that was only for like one scene. Who was your target? Shalom. Us come back from Paradisos, and also to mess with the FAC a little bit. Why target her? A good assassin wouldn't ask anything unnecessary. Then why drag others into this? Just a justice ceremony done along the way. Do you know anything about the inside story? No, I don't. Of course she doesn't. When was the first time anyone's... Okay, maybe there's some exceptions, but you can count those with one hand. For a commission you know nothing about, you let the garden confront Paradisos. It's almost completely destroyed. You were willing to pay such a high price, and you think I'll believe you know nothing? Let's see what our little chief has found. Oh. Since the establishment of the garden, their main targets have always been the Paradisos and the Anti-Mania combat personnel. The source of the garden's weapons and supplies is deeply connected to the underground. They can even use unknown means to catalyze ordinary people into sinners. Currently, the only known possessors of this technology are Palma and their master, the underground. You know everything already. Why are you still playing this game with me? Yes, there once was a group of self-righteous people who nurtured this place, manipulated the puppets known as mentors, and recruited those poor little flowers. I was once one of them, recruited by my mentor and inspired by her. I wielded my power for her. But they forgot one thing. Flowers and dogs are different. We are not the same as Palma. Some flowers are poisonous. I don't like working for others. And I hate those self-proclaimed manipulators even more. So I presented the most splendid performance for the mentor, using the quickest, harshest, and most painful method she taught me. I took away everything she had, including the position of mentor. You're such a clever child, Chief. If only my garden had more people like you. But I'm just a kind and beautiful young woman. Even if I sit in the position of the mentor, I still can't escape the control of the underground. Remember the client I just mentioned? Didn't you say she's already turned into compost? I almost forgot. Before she turned into something useful, she had her own name. Seagull. She, like those in the Palma, can decay into a disgusting sludge. You see, I'm busy. I don't have time to care about the life of sludge. Sludge can regenerate. I've seen something similar. You mean the Seagull who was sent to the underground by the to liaise with the garden might still be alive? Great. That depends on you. Good luck, little chief. I suspect she's an S rank. You just called yourself young. Rude. Never ask a delicate flower for its age. Especially not its weight either. She's just pretending to be upset and she quickly... Oh, shit. Having physical contact with an assassin will only put me in danger, right? But you aren't pulling away. Are you still expecting me to say something? Maybe. You haven't told the whole truth yet. If you don't like being controlled by the underground, why accept this commission? After finding yourself caught up in a dispute, laying low seems more like an assassin's style. What were you trying to do here? You have so many questions, but isn't this different from the information exchange we agreed on? Perhaps it's time for you to show me your sincerity. What do you want to know? First, explain how it binds sinners. I wish I could give you an answer to that, actually. Although it's named shackles, I've never considered it as a restraint. I only use it to suppress the mania in sinners, not to bind anyone. Oh, even if the sinner tries to harm you with their power, you won't force them to stop? I've done it a few times. Like this, for example. You seem so hostile, but you chose to be detained by the MBCC. What exactly do you want to gain from me? Gain? Don't be ridiculous. It's not like you would agree to it if I told you. Dear Chief, as long as you're alive, the shackles can never be broken, right? You have such an unreasonable power. Stop with the pretty words. Hell yeah, I like it when this part of the song plays. How would you know whether we're allies if you don't tell the truth? If the underground dragged the garden into this to divert the FAC's attention, what about you? You accepted the commission, exposed the underground, surrendered to us, and are now testing the limits of the shackles. Are you really doing all these on a whim? Tell me what you want. I can help you. I don't need you, big hero. The garden only blooms for itself. Just like I joined the garden without a reason, I just despise all forms of restraint. FAC and Paradisos hindered the growth of the flowers. Breaking free from them is just what I want. This is my garden. It thrives freely and fervently within its season. Obstacles and restraints. Do they include the MBCC and me? Congratulations, you guessed it. But it's too late. You'll be my final work. You will die, along with the restraints and fates you symbolize, with me. Aren't you going to use your precious shackles to restrain me? Bind me. Make me stop. Show me your anger, your oppression. Stop it, Coquelic. If you keep going, neither of us will be able to bear it. I've lived a great life. Now I just want to see, between your shackles and this, who will see the sun tomorrow? She was clearly exhausted after the fight. Where's this power coming from now? Adrenaline? Maybe? It's power extracted at the expense of my own life. Do you like it? This domineering, filthy, deathly power. It's been inside me, stunting my growth, consuming my mind. If you like it, I have plenty more. I made a pact with Mania a long time ago. This disgusting power is inexhaustible for me. I'll use this disgusting power to rip off your hypocritical mask under your pretty words. How many times do I have to tell you? The shackles aren't meant for restraining sinners. But someone has to control your mania. I knew it. Well, what happened to the blood? I knew it. You people with missions and titles love to talk big. In the end, you release the shackles anyway. You may fool the other girls, but you can't fool me. You're talking like I'm doing some sort of weird relationship cheating bullshit. Actually, I have been telling the truth from the beginning. But look at you. You're about to die and you're still talking nonsense. Stop being so stubborn. Control your mania and calm down. Are you trying to prove your kindness to a sinner? I've done it plenty of times. Join me. Let mania consume us completely. They have such high expectations for you. I'm looking forward to seeing the brilliant expressions of those bastards after you're exhausted. There's still 2 more phases. Fear someone who has nothing left to lose the most. What a shame. They were so young and their poor daughter. What on earth happened? I don't know. They wouldn't tell us anything. They wouldn't even allow their names to be written on it. They just sent over a pair of medals. Well, it's an honor in a way. Dying for this city. They died with dignity in this city. Built in rock and roll. Get lost. All of you. Get lost. We don't need your mourning. No one will even remember your names after you sacrificed for them. You really think that other people's lives are more valuable than your own? Who decided that? Why? Hey, you want to consume me, don't you? Vor? Go on, but in exchange I have a request. I don't want to become a meaningless pawn in someone else's hand. No one can measure the value of my life. As long as I'm strong enough, I can live for myself. Why? Why not? Isn't it natural for an assassin to do what they're paid for? Yeah, you're just a bunch of money-grubbing lunatics. Oh, so should I say you're dying under the hands of a crazy sinner? For the future of this city? Does that make your death more valuable, honored guests? You saw my gorgeous moves. Why won't you even smile? I gave you an honorable death. It was your favorite thing, no? Why weren't you happy about it? You brought despair, pain, and sadness to others. I was just letting you experience them all over again. This is how fairness works in this city. The grand awards you gave out back then, I now return them to you. Whether it's the garden's commissions or the nemesis of fate, I can clear them all. It's done. Yes. Are you sure it's him? Yes. He was the person in charge of the operation that my parents participated in. Good. You've worked hard over the years. Take a good rest. What? You have something to say about it? Quite a few people were gone while I was away. Yes, there was a dangerous mission from the underground. To salvage the situation, we had to put out some bait. We achieved their goal, so they didn't die in vain. It's their glory as assassins to die for the underground. Coquelic, don't forget. The garden supported you, trained you, and helped you gather information for your revenge. One day you will also die for your plans. I thought the garden would be a good place because you accepted sinners. But it's just the same. What does your ambition have to do with the rest of the garden? Since you're so interested in that sunless place, I'll take you there myself. I won't let myself become such a self-indulgent joke. Nor my flowers. I don't want to lose my family again. The garden is your home. You'll have a family. He needs to be punished. Go all the way then. I'll teach you how. I need to be stronger. I don't want to be stepped on by anyone. I want to do the stepping on. Then beat me or kill me. Please forgive me. I might have to follow her again. You bet everything on that person. What if you get betrayed? I don't care. Don't regret it. Paradisos and the underground think the garden is obliterated. And I've settled the final threat, the shackles. My garden, there's nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. I'd rather die than let anyone hurt them. You can dream of getting past me. Are these lines that I've already heard? Stop crying. How many times have I told you, don't act on your own. Don't care about others so much. I'm just a bad woman who locks you up in solitaire every day. Stop pestering me. I'm not your mom. No, I can't. I haven't beaten you yet. I haven't become the strongest flower in the garden. Hey, this is... How ridiculous. My final attachment? I always accomplish everything alone. How could I have such a thing? Then why are you still here? Waiting for us to appear? Do you really have no attachments left? Mentor? Mentor? What? How is she? She pulled through, it worked! But if we continue, it'll be bad for you, Chief. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. Keep going. Transfer all her mania to me. Wouldn't be our first time. Hey, I was wrong. Miss Coquelic. Monitor her heart rate and blood pressure. My headcanon is this iron and doing it. They're the ones who has the most experience dealing with mania. They're all returning to normal. That's my best iron impression. Chief, the mania you've absorbed has already exceeded how much the shackles can take. Keep going. She still wants to live. And there are people waiting for her. I misread that as poopy. Poopy can bloom beautifully on its own. I'm sorry. No, it's for my garden. My god, going into another coma again. What should I say to her? Thanks for buying me some extra time. Oh, that's a bit lame. Doesn't match the style of the garden. I'll remember your kindness. Let's get along well in the future. Sounds too ungrateful. So it failed? Yes. The chief tried to absorb all the mania in your body with the shackles, but it wasn't very effective. MBCC almost mobilized all its medical power, and only then were you pulled back from death. We don't know when the mania will devour you again next time. So my life is hanging by a thread. Is that what it is? Where's the chief? Putting on some melodrama about doing good deeds without leaving a name. She... Give that to me. You're not good enough to fool me. But she was there when those children escaped. Samira, this report will be submitted to the Ninth Agency, right? I think so. Is there a problem? No, nothing. Everything is going just as I wished. It seems she no longer needs my answer. Samira, the person you chose is really interesting. My apologies, mentor. I don't understand what you mean. She's not as innocent as you think, but also not as untrustworthy as I thought. She did me a huge favor by she let me see this report before submitting it. Now I must go talk to her. It's okay. I need to talk to her. Just me and her. I really underestimated you. After enduring so much mania, you have the strength to write all this nonsense, but didn't even bother to visit me. What's wrong with you? You've been acting weird. This report, the chief had it prepared before deciding to use the shackles to save you. Chief asked me to give this to you if you wake up first, so you don't worry too much. The chief heard about your past. She knows you hate self-sacrifice, so she asked me not to tell you about her condition. But I know I can't hide it from you. And what else? And she hopes you can believe that the shackles are not a constraint and the sinners are not pawns for the MBCC to use. Her attitude towards the sinners is just like yours towards the garden. Where is she now? Miss Nightingale said the chief's condition has improved slightly. The chief has just moved out of the intensive care ward but isn't accepting visitors. She should be in the lounge at the moment. I think the chief should be able to talk and eat now. What should I say? Look at that smile. No care and unfazed. There you go, that's the word I was looking for. Aren't you going to say something? You didn't come here just to see my wounds, right? Don't flatter yourself. Do I look like the kind of person who would care about your injuries? No. Who knows? You're not actually that cruel, right? Do you know what Sumira and Gekabijin say about you? You're very picky, even a bit dictatorial, but you love the garden more than anyone else. Whenever a garden assassin is in danger, you will grumble and fight twice as hard for them. You are quite extreme and arrogant, but I have to admit, you're a good mentor. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Gosh darn it, the narration makes it switches between Coquelic and the chief. It's hard to guess who's who. Flowers will always wither after they bloom. It's normal. I just want to ask. After what you've done for me, how much time do I have left? A year? A month? Or... It's hard to tell, but the MBCC will do its best. Okay. You can ask anything about Paradisos, the underground, the garden, and me, but there's a condition. You have to promise me 3 things. Sure. Samir told me you stormed off to see the chief. Nearly scared me to death. Nearly scared her to death. So what were the 3 things you asked for, Mentor? First, the MBCC has to track down all the remaining sinners in secret and put the shackles on them to suppress their mania. The old foxes up above and down below may not let us go so easily. I can only have a good beauty sleep if I hand this over to her. And the second thing, I hope she'll keep her word. You won't expose the existence of garden sinners? I won't. You won't use the shackles to restrain the sinners? No. Sinners aren't pawns. They're not tools for you to achieve your grand goals. If they wish to. But otherwise, no. They are friends, partners, seniors, siblings. They are family. A liar has to swallow 1,000 needles. What about the third one? The third one is, of course, that your chief can cherish their own life. If your chief keeps charging forward like a wild bull, all my careful planning will go to waste. Should you be the one to tell me this? You even went as far as to fight on your own. You exposed yourself and waged a war against Paradisos and the underground, all to sever the chains binding the garden. During this time, you had so many enemies. How much of your own life have you exhausted? You're no less reckless than me. Why don't we both abide by the third agreement? I'll stop being reckless and you should cherish your remaining time. Don't choose that power anymore. What, so engrossed in the story that your sense of perception is dulled? There's a guest outside the sick room. Go and greet her. Guest? Mentor, sorry for worrying you. Garofano, I'm glad you're okay. Don't worry, Thistle is doing fine as well. It seems like she's made some new friends. It seems that the chief is already fulfilling the second promise. Did I interrupt something? What were you talking about? The third promise. Did you agree to it? Well... Ordinary powers can't protect those little fools under my command. But at least you're safe for now. If you trust me, then promise me not to fight by draining your own life. As long as you don't use such an outrageous power, the shackles can suppress your mania. But we will always encounter stronger enemies. One of us has to risk their life. I told you, the chief. I hope flowers can bloom and grow in every corner, and in various ways, and use their leaves to cut through all hardships. Did I miss something? No. What kind of answer is that? Sounds more like a wish. Yes, it's a wish. The mania flower that Coquelic left in the interrogation room is withered in the storage room. Has she been here already? Yes. I also told her that if she used such extreme power again, it would cost her life. But she didn't give me an answer just now. This flower is probably her reply. She refused. There's a message on this flower. Yeah, I can see it. It says, "The garden is now in your hands, Chief." Dang, I'm not ready for that kind of responsibility. I already have a lot. How dare you, you motherfucker. God damn it. The things I do for love. Anyway, that was a cool interrogation. I liked it. What else is there to say? I'm gonna take a shower now.